Take a giant step for mankind.
Hey everybody, I'm Coconut Oil Enthusiast.
And I'm Cucum.
That was what you were last time.
It was Cucumber last time.
Okay, I stand corrected. Here I am in my squeaky chair in my dungeon of a basement.
Yep, the lights are still on.
The lights. I think we deleted that. We never talked about our surroundings. We're actually in prison right now.
It's true.
Yeah, that is a true fact. We're.
I hate to admit it, but it's true.
I'm in federal prison right now. But whatever. The show must go on.
They allowed us a voice recorder.
Yeah. Actually, no. I snuck it into my anus. A blue snowball.
It's quite the flared base
It's
there.
pretty good. I was more concerned about the huge spear on top of it.
Yeah, that is whatever gets you going, I guess.
No, it's purely. I get no pleasure from it.
Neither would I.
But
I
at least we can do this. I mean, Cucum here brought in the laptop in his anus.
It's more of a slot now than a hole.
I'm like a piggy bank of myself. Anyways, today we're going to be doing a character study on Lara. So
yes.
She's a very interesting character. She's from Russia.
Shrouded in mystery and brutality.
In intrigue. Yeah, she's from Russia. We know she has a sibling. She's the only character that has a canonical sibling at this very moment.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
She's sort of like, she's very, go out there and do it yourself. She's a brute force. She's kind of a god of herself. Like,
yeah.
Especially compared to Chad and Benji, she is very capable.
Like, just every now and again, you'll just see her doing something like superhuman. Like, like when she puts out cigarettes on her palm.
Like, and it's purely self-serving. Like, she is a very self-serving woman.
Yeah, and Aftermath, when she sells out the only survivor of, like...
Back to prison for you.
Yeah, she's kind of an awful person.
She's kind of really an awful person.
Yeah. And I haven't really done much in the form of... And I've also... There's been seeds of doubt planted, about her... in Aftermath and in the raid, Dimitri warns them that she's going to betray them eventually, and in Aftermath they see that she betrays people without a second thought. So
are Chad and Benji really safe?
Yeah.
Are they really safe? Is Lara really their ally, or is she just using them?
I'm pretty sure it's the latter.
Find out next Thursday.
Next time on
the
Coconut Oil
Podcast.
The Coconut Oil Podcast.
Yeah.
Yepperooty. Yeah, Lara's a very mean person.
Yeah, she has a lot of details. She's one of the most fleshed out characters, probably. Like
Other than Greg.
Greg,
we know a lot about him.
We know a lot about Greg.
So the last episode was Chad and Benji. Let's have this one be Lara and Greg.
Yeah, so Greg is sort of this middle-aged man. He seems very timid, but he has a very
troubled past.
Very troubled. He was in the military. Was he in Vietnam?
He was in the Gulf War.
The Gulf War, yes.
So like, not. Actually, it might be on par with the moral ambiguity of Vietnam. The Gulf War.
It might be.
Like, oh, they 9/11. Now we have to go get their oil. I mean,
what?
What? That's not. Yeah. So he probably didn't believe in the war he was fighting for.
he saw some really traumatizing stuff.
Yeah, his captain.
Like, his captain died. It's just, typical war stuff,
But Greg is a war hero.
He is a war hero.
And he is shit on more than any other character. Basically, anytime he makes an appearance, any arc he has, any storyline development,
He
any
always
joke,
gets the short end of the
he's
stick.
always the butt.
And
of
he's
said
always
joke.
sort of kind of positive. He just sort of
Yeah,
takes
he's a
it.
very nice guy. Probably the darkest he gets is in the second year anniversary for the comic, or was it the first year anniversary? I'm not sure, but it was the one that was just a parody of American Psycho, the one where Lara cuts the cake with the axe.
Oh yes.
But he's just like he's really going
reflecting
into
on
it,
his life.
talking about how terrible he has it.
He's reflecting on his life. That's about the lowest he sinks. I mean, he's currently in a house with 6 feet of cocaine.
Yeah, covering every surface.
No fixtures or anything. He just sort of army crawls around on it.
Yeah, the second he gets money, he is immediately in debt again. In $450,000 of debt.
He's stripped of all of his money.
Yeah.
He's just really down on his luck, but you can sort of see the optimism. He keeps going.
Yeah,
He
he has yet to kill himself.
He could be just a friendly neighbor, but he has a really dark past, and
Yeah.
it's sort of a tragedy.
That originally his character was just Greg actually was a character before Lara was a character in the inception of this.
That is true.
Because that was just the joke
The
that
bit.
we had. It was that Chad and that these two guys just shit on their neighbor day after day, and he just takes it. A huge bit that was in sort of the genesis of Chad and Benji was just him saying okay, but we kind of dropped that.
No, he said it once.
Because you can't really get it. You don't get
you
the
need
tone of it.
Yeah, you need to hear him say okay.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
just sort of accepts it, He's-
They break him.
They
the
really
first-
did break him.
Yeah, because and you can chalk that up to his PTSD. He's just, it's not worth it. He's not gonna fly off the handle.
Yeah, he's
Okay, I guess.
he's sort of a pushover, even though he was a war hero.
Yeah, he's killed. He has killed people.
Absolutely jacked. If he took off his shirt and everything,
Yeah,
he could
he stayed in shape.
he could maybe beat Lara in an arm wrestling competition.
No.
Yeah,
Lara,
that's ridiculous.
What are you talking about? Lara can do.
But he would come
anything.
the closest to beating him.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm pretty sure Chad and Benji would probably die.
Chad is probably more physical than Benji is, though.
Yeah.
Just innately.
Yeah,
Benji is more focused with computers.
Yeah, he's sort of the less physical of the two, definitely.
Yeah. Together they form kind of a full human. if you take the sum of their abilities, they form
Fragments.
one competent human. Anyways, back to Lara. Her brother has been shown.
He's
She's kind of he's kind of like a thing, sort of like a dark force,
lingering over everything.
because he is basically a Lara, like a Lara archetype. He does the exact same things, but he's worse. He's foreshadowed to be worse because Lara grew up in Canada. That's not half bad, but Laren was sent to South America. I think it was Peru. Was where
I think it was Peru.
So he's if
sort of
nothing
part
had
of-
a harder upbringing,
Yeah.
and probably where Peru is very close to Colombia. So maybe
he's a drug lord.
yeah.
Most certainly.
But I don't want to give this. I mean, it's pretty obvious. In the raid, the person who resuscitates, not even really revives. He was dead.
Yeah, he was
Greg
completely
was-
dead.
Is Larry? It's Larry.
The power of South American medicine, people. It brings people back from the dead.
Yeah.
Literally.
So,
So there you go.
Yeah,
If you hadn't clued into that, you know.
Yeah, and you know, Lara, when told about Greg being resuscitated, she kind of is like, you know, and storms off.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's about our time.
This.
That can, woo, coconut oil podcast.